In that latest interview I did on the fifth day, I said we have passed the peak and we're heading downhill. Now is our downhill phase. You saw what happened just last night in Tel Aviv. This was a day ago. Meaning because we hit the radars and the infrastructure today, truly Mr. Trump and Netanyahu are trapped in a slaughterhouse in the Persian Gulf. And in the coming days and weeks, much more joyful news will be delivered to the dear nation of Iran. Look, the big mistake they made was that they came and designed a short-term war, but they didn't realize this might turn into a long-term one. Even the greatest international powers, if they initially plan for a short-term war and halfway through it, it becomes a long-term war, no matter how much power they have, they will be defeated. Why? Because short-term wars have a specific design. They require limited logistics and limited preparations. A long-term war requires abundant logistics, extensive planning, and they have to anticipate many consequences. What? They thought the Islamic Republic would be finished in 48 hours. First, they brought one aircraft carrier. Then recently they said, for precaution, let's bring another ship too. But now they're saying we must bring in whatever ships we have from anywhere in the world, so maybe we can handle this. Take the USS Ford that has now come towards the Mediterranean. It's currently their time for leave. There are 5,000 to 6,000 personnel saying, we need to go on leave.
How do you know?
Because during their time in Venezuela, their mission there had ended. They were told, you will go for 48 hours and come back. Furthermore, these ships usually need maintenance every 6 months. They need to be resupplied with ammunition and many other things need to be done. They came for 48 hours. Now, if they want to stay for long term, from the fatigue of the forces to the shortage of ammunition, they will be burdened with other problems. Secondly, they didn't think the war would become long term. They didn't think, for example, the price of oil would go from $80. It has already gone up to 110. You should expect 120 and 150 oil in the coming days. We're getting close to 150? Yes, he says. Well, what does this mean? It means the entire global economy will collapse. If the global economy collapses, then the world will the world allow Trump to continue his warmongering? Or will the countries of the region allow him to continue his warmongering? There it is. We'll be able to make an assessment as to just how much this guy just walked everybody through it a week or so from now. But when you see the International Energy Agency begging all countries to release their reserves, I don't know how long that will be. That will last, but clearly they're worried about it. When you see all these alarm bells go off, when we hear that the Iranians are putting just a few mines into the Persian Gulf,